the individual is walking behind the trailers.
Right.
We hear the, yep.
Yeah, and they're here.
Okay, and so then the person comes back out, and where does the person go after that?
I believe he comes to the car and then he goes back in the house.
Okay, and whose vehicle is that?
That's my wife's vehicle.
Okay, you can go ahead and go back to the podium.
All right.
So, let me ask you each. Mr. Del Riego, how do you know that that's the defendant's son?
Number one, they admitted it.
Okay, but forget them admitting it.
Number two, they only have one son living with them and one daughter.
Okay.
It obviously wasn't him. He's 6'4".
How do you know it wasn't his daughter?
They definitely don't look like each other.
Can you tell just from that video that it was his son?
Yeah, he had the same clothes on as when I knocked on the door. He even called his son an idiot.
Well, let's not
having
get
the same
there.
clothes on.
What you said in your complaint was that fortunately the neighbor had Ring camera footage and you saw his son.
I mean, when you live next to somebody for as long as we have,
Okay.
I could recognize him.
You're
I
saying
know
you
how
can
he
tell from
walks,
that
I
video it's
know-
his son. Can you tell that it's your son from the video?
I cannot.
You do agree, though, that somebody came out of your house and somebody approached your wife's car
Yes?
and then went back into the house.
Correct.
So who are the possible perpetrators here?
We have people coming and going. So he only seen my kids. I have 6 of them.
Okay.
I also have various nieces and nephews that come and go.
Okay.
I have various people that come to my house at all times. There's no evidence or proof that it was done by either my son or whoever else is in my house.
After seeing this video, you went and told the defendant that you had seen his son on video.
Right.
And Mr. McClam, you accepted responsibility.
I didn't accept responsibility, but I heard him out, and then I did say that I would take care of it.
Did you have your son go and apologize?
I have my son come out, but I would like to point out that my son didn't get a chance to that because, for one, Mr. Del Riego was drunk the day that he came to my house. He also threatened to kill my son right there in front of me if he came over because we were trying to figure out how this would get cleaned up. And I said, if he is responsible for doing this, we believe in making him be responsible for whatever needs to go. And he says, okay. I said, do you want him to come scrub the rim? And his answer was, no, if I see him on my property, I'm going to kill him. I let it go that day because I knew the state of mind he was in, but that has affected my son, who is also on the autistic spectrum, which I've tried to tell them that, was they said they didn't give a.
Did you ask your son whether he did it?
I did.
That's not what happened. What happened was, as soon as I got the video, I went and knocked on his door. I told him, I have video of your son throwing stain at my driveway and my truck. Do you want to see it? He said, no, I believe you. I don't want to see the video. I said, can you bring your son out here? Because I want to talk to him and ask him, why'd you do that? He brought his son outside. He wouldn't admit it at first. I showed him the video and said, I have a video of you doing it. So then that's when he went over my shoulder. All of a sudden, he wanted to see the video. That's when he calls his son an idiot because he has the same clothes on as in the video.
Hey, hold on. This issue of the clothes. Was he wearing the same clothes as
You
in the
can't even
video?
make out what
Under
it is.
oath, too.
I can tell he's wearing a white shirt.
Right.
Did you
know,
call him
white
an
shirt.
idiot?
I said, if you did this, you would be an idiot. While he's yelling and screaming. So I couldn't really get anything through to him because he's yelling at my son, which took a lot for me to stand there to take.
Did you slap your son after he admitted and you saw the video?
Hold on. Did you?
Yeah.
I popped my son in the back of the head because of what he was saying.
Because you
what he
saw
was
the
about.
video.
Excuse me.
The video does not prove that my son was the one who did it. I handle this all the time. I'm a true crime podcast. I deal with investigators and police all day. There is no evidence that says
All
that.
right, well, wait, as a true crime podcaster, don't you think the most damning evidence here is that he came out of your house and went back into
damning
your
evidence
house?
would be that someone came out of my house, right? As you know from crime, you got to be specific.
If this is somebody you have welcomed into your home, do you think that you bear responsibility even if he can't identify who it is?
I don't think I bear responsibility because he can't prove it.
Mr. Del Riego, I understand you also have a video of the damage that's been caused to your property. Why don't we go ahead and look at that video of the damage?
Splatters and or start here, whatever you want to call it, all the way to 9 feet. There's the splatter marks again, coming up all the way to 10 feet.
Okay. And we also have some photographs of the damage to your Escalade. Caused some pretty extensive damage.
A month went by, they hadn't cleaned the tire at all.
All right, is the tire clean now?
I tried to get it professionally cleaned. They couldn't get it all off, and it damaged my rim. There's a permanent blemish on it.
That's another photograph.
That's where the stain peeled off the chrome.